Hi everyone, I'm Yixuan, and today I'm going to talk about the power of storytelling in leadership. Have you ever met a leader who spoke very clearly, very logically, and with a lot of accurate data, yet somehow you feel nothing at all, and then you meet another leader who simply tells a short story, and suddenly everyone listens, understands, and even feel inspired to act? Why does the same message produce completely different effects? The reason is simply, great leaders not just give instructions, they lead through stories. This matters to all of because no matter what we become in the future, teachers, managers, entrepreneurs, or team members, we will need to communicate, connect, and influence others. Storytelling is one of the simplest but most powerful communication tools we can develop. So today, I want to show you that storytelling is not just a form of expression. It is leadership strategy that inspires emotion, conveys values, and builds trust. So first, stories have the power to evoke emotion and motivate action. Keith and Lemberger emphasize that people are more persuaded by emotion than by logic. Think about Steve Jobs. When he talked about dropping out of college or being fired from Apple, he wasn't teaching business knowledge. Instead, he was sharing a brief: stay hungry, stay foolish. His personal story made listeners feel, and the emotion naturally leads to action. Story also allows us to see the human side of leader. When leaders express their struggles instead of pretending to be perfect, people feel closer to them and more willing to follow. Now, if stories can move people emotionally, how do they help leaders communicate ideas? This leads us to the second point, story. Story helps convey versions and values more effectively. Concepts like innovation, teamwork, or respect are often abstract, but stories turn them into something concrete and relatable. For example, Starbucks founder Howard Schultz frequently shares the story of his mother, who instead on dignity even during times of poverty. Through his story, he helps people understand why the company places such strong emphasis on respecting employees. Research by his shows that people remember stories 20 times better than data. That means when leaders communicate values through stories, these ideas spread more quickly and stay people's mind for much longer. Beyond expression ideas, stories also shape how people see and leader. And this brings us to third point. Storytelling helps build trust and strengthen leaders' influence. Trust does not come from authority. It comes from authenticity. When leaders share not only success but also failures or vulnerabilities, people are more likely to see them as genuine and credible. Kurzos and Posner describe this as meaningful leadership. When stories help team members understand why their work matters, leaders who can communicate purpose through stories inspire long-term commitment, not just short-term compliance. Now that we will explore all these aspects, let me bring everything together. Today, we saw that stories help leaders inspire emotion, communicate values, and build trust. Storytelling is not decoration. It is the core of effective leadership communication. Keith and Lemberger remind us that the art of language lies not in what the audience hears, but is what they feel. A great leader don't just lead with facts. A great leader leads with stories that touch the heart and bring people together toward a shared vision. Okay, that's all. Thank you.